Students, in continuation with the election commission, today we are going to see about the constitutional bodies. So there are types of government bodies that is based on their constitution. Okay. So the government, the act or the process of governing, especially for the control and administration of public policies in a political unit. There are around five types of bodies are there. One is your constitutional bodies and stationary bodies like regulatory bodies and judicial bodies and quasi-judicial bodies. Let us explain about this in detail. Okay. So let us see what is constitutional bodies. Constitutional bodies are important bodies in India that deserve their powers and authority from the Indian constitution. This is the main body which has the power and authority from the Indian constitution. Okay. Next is let us see the importance of constitutional body, that is Attorney General of India and Comptroller and Auditor General of India, an Election Commission, Finance Commission, National Commission of SC and STs and UPSC. These are important constitutional body which follows certain rules and regulations and maintains the law of a government. Stationary bodies. So statutory bodies are established by the act which Parliament and the state legislature can pass, and these are non-constitutional bodies and they do not find any mention in the constitution. So next, the importance of statutory bodies are Securities and Exchange Board of India and National Human Commission and National Human Commission for Women, National Human Commission for Minorities and National Green Tribunal and Armed Force of Tribunal. These are the stationary bodies. So they have an unique identification authority of India and Central Vigilance Commission, and also these all will come under these bodies, non-constitutional bodies, and Commission of Air Quality Management in India, in National Capital Region and adjoining areas, and also National Commission for Protection of Child Rights and Competition of Commission of India. These all will come under stationary bodies. And National Legal Service and National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, these will come under stationary bodies. And next, let us see about the regulatory bodies. So regulatory bodies are of a public or government agency which is responsible for exercising the autonomous authority over some area of human activity in regularity and supervisory capacity. So let us see the features of regulatory bodies. So some regulatory bodies are independent and set up to enforce safety and standards, and the charge of establishment and establishment by legislative acts. So let us see some important of regulatory bodies, that is RBI. Then next let us see that next will be that Insurance Regulatory and Development of Authority of India and Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority and National Housing Bank and Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. These are the important regulatory bodies. And Central Board of Film Certification and Food and Safety Standard for Authority of India and Bureau of Indian Standards and Board of Control for Cricket in India. These are your regulatory bodies. This is a function of each and every boards and maintain the rules and regulations and abide to the law. Next, let us see about the executive bodies. These are formed by the executive resolution or action, which means that they are formed by the government action, and they can be converted into stationary bodies by enacting a law, and it is not mentioned in the constitution and not established by any act of a parliament. Okay. Let us see the list of executive bodies, that is Niti Aayog and National Development Council and Central Bureau of Investigation. These will come under executive bodies. Next is judicial bodies. So judicial bodies are courts in India. The chief objective is provided justice by following the laws of the land. That is Supreme Court of India and also High Court of India will come under judicial bodies. So next is last one is your quasi-judicial bodies. So the quasi-judicial bodies can be an individual or a body which powers and reassembling a court of law. So a single body can be a stationary or regulatory or quasi-judicial body. So the main feature of this body is it can educate and decide penalties on the guilty, and field is limited compared to the court and can be a tribal for specific domain like an attributary. Next is educating powers of quasi-judicial bodies, that is breach of discipline, trust in money matters, and otherwise they should conduct rules. So these are the quasi-judicial body, that is National Green Tribunal and Central Information Commission and National Human Rights Commission Tribunal and SCBI. These are the quasi-judicial body. The main difference between judicial and quasi-judicial is something that the judicial decisions are bound by the precedents in common laws, whereas quasi is something which cannot be based on the common laws. So judicial decision may create a new laws, but quasi cannot create a new law. It has to follow the existing laws, and quasi judicial need not adhere to strict judicial rules of procedures and evidence, and also quasi judicials can hold formal hearing only if they are mandated to do so. And this is about the constitutional and non-constitutional bodies. And if you have any clarification related to this topic, feel free to contact me. Thank you.